And we'll get started here in just a minute, just trying to give some folks a chance to join in. Looks like we're getting some now. So we're going to go ahead and get started and talk about what is going on. So we're locked in this really active weather pattern um, right now, and it's going to continue into tomorrow. There will be more rain and more storms over the weekend and more flooding potential. I don't know that we'll see a lot of severe weather over the weekend, but there'll be some more flooding potential into the weekend. And then maybe a let up some next week. There might be a chance for some severe weather maybe early next week again too. But it may be a bit of a shift next week. But until then, it's going to be pretty active. So again, more severe storms and flash flooding is on the way. So let's look at first of all, let's start where we're at now. And we'll show you radar in a minute. There's already tornado watches to our west. So in this dark red area you see, I got out west here, the western parts of our viewing area, Quanah, Kroll, down toward about to Haskell, into west central Oklahoma and back into the eastern panhandle. Could be some supercells. Already got some supercells over there with some tornadoes and actually in progress. But again, supercells develop over here first. Large hail, gusty winds, and a tornado threat. That's primarily over here in the eastern parts of the panhandle, maybe in our far western counties, so kind of right in there. This situation certainly is not like the one last night. Last night was rare and historic, and hopefully I'll be able to come up with some more detailed analysis at some point in the future. I've been studying that some. And those types of things that happened last night, you can't see that happening. You can't predict that. That's just something that just happens on the fly. But I don't see any reason to believe that happens again tonight. It's kind of rare. So anyway, you see those out west first, and then I expect these supercells to kind of form into a larger band of thunderstorms and cross over our area in the middle of the night. So between now and about 8 p.m., you got the supercells out west, and then after 9 to about 2 a.m., that band of storms. And mostly what we're going to see with that would just be some gusty winds and some smaller hail threats, and maybe some flooding with some heavier rainfall. And I don't expect a lot of rain with it, but we've already had so much rain as of late that the soils are real saturated and our creeks and rivers are at bank full. So that's why I'm at least putting a little flooding tag there. All right, so that is for now, and we'll get more on the now here in a minute. And then tomorrow, a little bit of a different setup. So this is another situation where we're looking for small-scale features in the atmosphere to drive this. This will be another situation where you have a lot of instability. It's really humid outside, and we see pockets of strong destabilization in the atmosphere. This go-round, there's going to be a front coming in from the northwest, and this front will bring thunderstorms, I think, more widespread tomorrow night. But we see a leftover thunderstorm boundary. Where that boundary is going to wind up, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just drawing it there. Models kind of indicate that might be where it's going to be located, but no way to know that until late tonight or tomorrow where that outflow boundary will be sitting. Tomorrow is not a day where you see super strong wind shear in the atmosphere, but when you get high levels of instability, just enough flow throughout the atmosphere to support supercell thunderstorm development. And if they can ride on these outflow boundaries, it just kind of changes the overall dynamic and the overall structure of these storms and allows them to become stronger. So tomorrow is a day where you see, not everybody gets it, but you'll see a couple supercells with some very large hail, gusty winds, and any storm that can interact with that boundary will have a chance to produce a tornado or two. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't know exactly where that's going to be yet, but we'll know tomorrow. More about that one. And then tomorrow night, more widespread activity with perhaps some flooding rains with that. So let's get into what's going on now. Tornado watch, there it is out west. It covers the Texas Panhandle, the eastern Panhandle from east of Amarillo down to about Lubbock, and all the way into our far western counties. It doesn't include most of us. It doesn't include Lawton, Vernon, Wichita Falls, any of those areas. I would expect severe thunderstorm watches over here later tonight, maybe. Hopefully that's what we get. So currently on the radar, we do have some severe weather out west here north of Childress. There's some severe thunderstorm warnings. Even that pink box represents an observed tornado there to the east of Amarillo, kind of west-southwest of Shamrock. Some chasers on it right now. But there is a tornado, or there was, and I still see what looks like some decent velocity on that storm, decent rotation there near Clarendon. So we do have some rotation with those thunderstorms out west. And the Panhandle, it's just a whole different animal out there in the Panhandle. The terrain is higher, and you get different terrain and you get different wind patterns there. So the storms over in the Panhandle, it doesn't take much for them to produce tornadoes. So these storms that are up here, they're going to move slowly. They may kind of remain stationary. They'll see some additional storms fire up down to the south later on this afternoon. But I do expect in time those storms to at least gradually grow upscale into a larger complex of storms. So supercells right now, they may flirt with some of our western counties. I've got Cameron on the way to Childress now in the First Alert Storm Tracker. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here's the latest future tracker, and it shows those supercells out west. And it shows them trying to flirt with Childress in some of our western counties. But then there comes your more expansive area of thunderstorms overnight tonight, kind of moving on through. And again, when you see that there, it's mostly just downpours, smaller hail, and maybe some gusty winds. So that blows on through tonight. Tomorrow, you can actually kind of tell if this model solution is correct. You can almost see where that boundary would be located in the morning there, somewhere down about Seymour, Graham, somewhere in that area. But it could fluctuate throughout the day. And then you get into tomorrow afternoon, and here comes our supercells again developing. And again, if they're riding those outflow boundaries, they could really be nasty. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I did go ahead and pull a first alert weather day for tomorrow because of this. And then tomorrow night you get some more heavy rain and storms pushing on through too. I think, though, that once we get beyond tomorrow, that'll end the severe threat for the weekend. But there'll be more waves of rain and storms pushing through with more flooding possible. So that is something that we would definitely have to keep an eye on with that, with the rivers where they are now. Hard to believe we're already talking about flooding. But again, quiet this evening over us. It'll be middle of the night when most of us see thunderstorms. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't expect storms to be into Wichita Falls until midnight or later. So right now, Wilbarger County is not in that tornado watch, but I would expect at least a severe thunderstorm watch to be issued there later on tonight. Your storm anxiety shouldn't be going, Jetlina. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. But I do understand you're kind of over there into that area here where Monday could be impacted by some of these. But I think the worst of it's going to be west of you. So sorry, guys. I'm just telling you like it is. That's all I'm doing. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's just just how it is. We're just locked in this active weather pattern. I know the Storm Prediction Center already has us in a risk for a higher end severe weather event next Monday, but I'm not sold on that one myself yet. I still feel like that that's still a few days out, and lots can change, and I just don't know that that's going to be something to worry about. But we'll just have to wait and see. So, all right. Well, I've got to go, guys. I've got some work to do. I just wanted to get on here real fast and kind of give you a quick update on what was going on. But we will have updates throughout the evening. Remember, our coverage mostly is done on the 24/7 news channel. That's 6.2. You can also find that on our app. You can also find that on our website, newschannel6now.com. Go to live and watch live, and you can find us there easily. In addition to that, we'll be right here on social media as well. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll have updates